Sometimes the past sneaks up on you in ways you don't expect, like a whisper brushing the back of your neck, reminding you of something you thought you'd already buried. That's exactly what happened the moment I pulled the postcard from the dusty wooden box. It shouldn't have felt heavy, it shouldn't have hummed faintly in my hand, and it definitely shouldn't have shown me a world that felt terrifyingly familiar, yet impossible. But the truth is simple. Some discoveries don't wait for your permission. They demand to be seen. And the image on the front? It revealed an Earth that had taken a very different path. An Earth ruled by giant insects. At first glance, the postcard looked like any vintage card from the mid-20th century. Washed-out colors, bold lettering, a scenic view framed in cheerful optimism. Yet the scene itself tore through that illusion immediately. Towering beetles the size of buildings marched across plains that once housed human cities. Dragonflies with wings wider than aircraft glided over rivers that had reshaped themselves into glittering highways beneath their rule. And in the center of the image, an ant, easily 10 stories tall, stood upright, its mandibles glistening as if caught in mid-command. It wasn't chaos, it was order, a new order. One where humanity was no longer the protagonist. And that was what hit me hardest. Because despite the terror in the scene, something about it felt functional. As if Earth had simply corrected a course we never realized was broken. Turning the postcard over, I expected blank paper and fading ink. Instead, I found a message, written with a shaky hand, rushed, almost desperate. If you're reading this, then you're still free. This place isn't the future. It is what wouldn't be happened if the insects had won their evolutionary war. Before humans, before cities, before every story we cling to. Below the message was a date, 4100 ante de Cristo. That alone made my pulse stumble. Who writes a postcard dated thousands of years before human civilizations even began to form? Before language? Before anything resembling writing? Unless, of course, the one who wrote it wasn't human, or wasn't from our version of Earth. Imagine for a second what that means. A world where insects continued to evolve without interruption, where their ancient colonies never collapsed, where early humans weren't the ones who shaped the planet, because something stronger, faster, more organized had already claimed it. Looking closer at the postcard image, I noticed something I'd missed before. Tiny human figures wandering between the colossal insect structures. Not imprisoned, not fleeing, simply existing, as if humanity, in that reality, never climbed the food chain, never dominated, never became the architects of civilization. They were guests on their own planet, and strangely, they didn't look afraid. They looked adapted, which left me wondering, could there be a version of Earth where insects became the builders, the thinkers, the engineers of the world? Could intelligence take a form we never learned to understand? That thought sank deep into me, unsettling and magnetic, all at once. Halfway through my reading, I caught myself staring at a small detail near the corner of the card. A smudge of something dark and metallic, almost like the residue of a wing case. I actually laughed under my breath, because if you'd told me a postcard could carry the scent of an alternate reality, I would have rolled my eyes. But there it was, a trace of something unfamiliar, yet alive. It felt like the reality on the card was pushing back, insisting it wasn't just fiction. Like it wanted me to know that somewhere, maybe in a timeline branching just a breath away from ours, Earth had chosen a different dominant species, and humans had simply adapted to the cracks. I read the final line on the back again. This isn't a warning, it's a reminder that dominance is fragile. Careful which world you choose to build. It hit harder the second time, because whether giant insects rule or humans rule, one thing stays true. The planet always belongs to whoever understands it best. And maybe, just maybe, we're not the only ones capable of that. If this postcard really slipped through realities to land in our hands, then maybe it's asking us something. Maybe it's challenging us. Would we survive in a world that didn't bend to our design? Would we still adapt if evolution turned against us? Would we learn humility before something else eliminates our future? Questions like these leave a mark. And if you have felt that same shiver, that same uneasy fascination, then you are exactly the kind of person who belongs on this journey through alternate reality postcards. Because trust me, the deeper we go, the stranger the worlds become. If this story stirred something in you, curiosity, mystery, even that faint sense of awe, then don't miss the next postcard. I create these journeys to pull you into worlds you never imagined but won't forget. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, Leave your like and share this video with someone who loves exploring the unknown as much as you do. Your support helps new realities reach the surface, and who knows, the next postcard we uncover might change everything you thought you knew.